Amhart can't hit the three, and Antetokounmpo able to secure the weak side rebound. Here comes Giannis, 2 games. Off one leg, yeah.
But Ryan, here's one of the things you got to consider. With Giannis picking up that foul early, one thing you...
Turner drives in. That time, Antetokounmpo blocked him cleanly. Here comes Giannis storming in for the finish and the foul. Antetokounmpo draws 2. Trent will fire. And hit from 3.
A necessary bucket for so many...
Can't dump it in. Antetokounmpo. 7 straight from Milwaukee. Kuz
celebrating the block from Halliburton, doing the job defensively.
After it looked like Kuzma had outstanding position, caught that deep. Antetokounmpo ranges to the rim.
And because Siakam picked up that foul in an earlier possession, he couldn't give but so much.
Extracurriculars of this series are. Here's Trent. He got it. Another for Gary Trent Jr. having a big first.
His belt, the closer he'll be back to his fullest form, because it was just Sunday this last week that he was able to go up and down the court for the first time outside of taking
off the bench. Antetokounmpo, center of the lane for the slam.
And Rick Carlisle wants a timeout because at that point
can't hit. Indiana getting some good looks from deep, but just 2 of 9 in the early going. Portis, by the way, at 20. Out to Turner. One more in the corner. Amhart can't hit. Milwaukee now 3. Make it into Kuzma, all with 2 fouls. Lost that one. Toppin comes away with it. Wide open look. Way off for Miles Turner. Now 0 for 3 from 3. 0 for floor. Whoa. Looked like Giannis traveled, turned it over anyway.
Just talked about Obi Toppin should have attacked Giannis. You see Siakam had no problem with that.
How about Neesmith meeting Giannis at the apex, but the persistence from Antetokounmpo, who has his first points since the first quarter. Getting to the cup. Lillard, no. Giannis, yes.
Dame's calling for an assist.
Here comes Halliburton, 5 seconds left. Halliburton gives it up for 18, but they finished hitting 4 of their final 6, and as a result, we're able to break away. Milwaukee's
a lot of basketball around each other more than it was anything of malice, which we've seen in this series.
Giannis, who shot it better in the mid-range this season, was up out. Turner's 3. His shot just has not looked on from 3 tonight. He's now 0 for 6.
And
Trent, he got it.
And the Bucks have absolutely needed that. As G. Trent Jr.
Carlisle used to describe the presence of Siakam. Also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis.
2-3 was Jokic, then Shea, then Giannis. This year, I believe Shea will be at 1.
They're tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis the finish and the foul.
Jarris Walker and Ben Shepherd actually got the call earlier.
Trent off on that one. Mathurin able to wrestle it away from Antetokounmpo. Toppin trying to force it, and it's...
Giannis is going here.
Yes, he is. Draws the D. Portis the easy lay.
But when you ever have a guy that, first of all, had...
Off to Giannis. Antetokounmpo jumper is good. He's got 28. Here's Nembhard blasting into the paint. Can't bank it in.
And a great job by Porter pursuing that rebound as Nembhard was coming in looking for an offensive opportunity to grab that one and put it right back in.
And Trent wide open. You bet. It's the Gary Trent Jr. game.
His career oftentimes for not being the defender that many people would have wanted him to be, but he hasn't been scoring and has brought it in so many different areas. It was simply them doing the job on the defensive end of the floor. Oh, Giannis was expecting for Gary Trent.
Trent again. 9 threes for Gary Trent Jr. He ties Ray Allen's play.
Uh-oh, you got to find Trent right here. This is the spot.
Giannis instead to the rack. Again he does. It hits. 37 for Giannis.